Well, welcome to another Focus on Content course lesson. I'm Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator. As always, feel free to get a hold of me, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. You see my email address there. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Today, I have a special guest presenter, and actually, this is her second time back here. Her name is Zanetta. She's a creative writer at Kentico, and she's gonna show us how to work with content revisions and versions. So we'll go through all that, and you'll check it out, and you'll see how to bring back some change you didn't mean to make. But before we get started, as always, remember to register at headlesscreator.com. This is where you're going to find the on-demand version of this lesson. If you're already on the site, great. Thank you so much. If you're not, please register. It is free, and then you can go to courses, all courses, or on the homepage you'll find it as well. And you'll see Focus on Content, and then you'll find it right there. And in fact, it's right there. Under For Content Authors, you'll see where it says How to Revert to Previous Versions. That's where you'll find it. So again, please feel free to register. You will also have access to all the other courses, including the Content Modeling Weekly, which in any headless CMS project, you need to do content modeling. So that's a great place to start learning how to model scalable content models. So, all right, enough of this marketing stuff. As you guys know, I'm going to go ahead and restart the lesson here for the on-demand version. No marketing on the on-demand version. It'll be nice and clean. So I will see you guys in just 1 minute. Well, welcome to another lesson of the Focus on Content course. I'm Marcelo Lewin, the Headless Creator. As always, you can get a hold of me, Marcelo at headlesscreator.com. I'm not even going to try pointing to my email because when I do, oh, wow, I actually got it this time. I usually miss, but this time I got it. So there it is. There's my email address. Send me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can with any questions you have. Today, I have a special guest presenter. It's her second time back. Her name is Zanetta. She's a creative writer at Kentico, and she's going to show us how to work with content revisions. But instead of me telling you much more about her, why don't I just bring her in? Zanetta, welcome back.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Marcelo.
How are you?
Yeah, great. What about you?
Pretty good. It's Friday. I don't know when they're watching this on demand, but today is Friday for the live version, and it's a good day. Fridays are always good.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and it's also Mother's Day weekend in the United States, and we had a talk prior to going live. I think it's over there as well. And by the way, where are you located?
The Czech Republic, Brno.
And it's Mother's Day as well over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so happy Mother's Day to your mom. I'm not sure if you're a mom too, just in case if you are, happy Mother's Day. If you're not, for the future. No. Okay, for the future then, for the future. So, so you're a creative writer. I know you work with Kentico, and people that want to know more about that portion, they can watch the other lesson. So today, tell us a little bit about how did you get into writing? What kind of writing do you like prior to what you're doing today at Kentico?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to write a lot of research papers because I used to work at university. But what I'm doing right now is a bit more fun and creative. So I prefer landing pages and blog posts to research papers, obviously.
Now, have you ever done any creative writing, like storytelling or narratives or anything like that?
Yeah, I have. In fact, I have worked on 2 books. One was a book of short stories, and another was one of those self-help books that should somehow improve your life. And
oh, very cool. So they're published and out there?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, maybe we'll add them to the link so people can go buy them from you.
Okay.
So, okay, sounds good. So you're going to show us today how to work with content revisions, right? I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen here. I'm going to show your screen now. So let's go ahead and get your monitor going there. Switch your screen. There we go. Perfect. So we see your screen. One of my favorite movies. You can't see it on that wall over there, but I have an entire wall of Back to the Future with toys and Yeah, I'm a little kid at heart, but
Oh, dude, that's so cool. Wow.
I love it. I love all the movies. I watch it over and over. It never gets old. But anyway, today it's not about Back to the Future. It's about content revisions. I'm going to let you take over. If people have questions, I'll jump in and ask you. Same with me. But otherwise, it's all yours.
Okay. So I'm not sure if all of you guys have seen these Back to the Future movies. So I now know that Marcelo has. And what we're going to do today is a bit like time traveling. Unfortunately, we can't travel to the future, but it would be so cool, to like skip the part where you have to sit down and do the actual work, like prepare a landing page or whatever it is you're trying to do. So that functionality is not available, unfortunately, not just yet. However, we can travel back to the past, and that's what we are going to do now. And I have prepared these 5 use cases that I'm going to uncover. And let's start with the first one. I'm just going to start with some basics. So here we are inside one content item. If we look at content details here on the right, we can see that it's a blog post. So we are looking at an article which is published on our blog. And if you want to travel back to the past, you need the flux capacitor. And this is where you're going to find it. And that's my last Back to the Future reference, I promise. So to find the flux capacitor, you need to click Actions, and you need to go here, Compare Versions. And I'm going to turn this off for a while, and I'm going to explain a bit later. So here you can see the entire history of the content item of our article. You can see that it was created on April the 21st by Michael Andrews, by my colleague. And you can see that originally it was just an empty content item. There was no text, no article. And then suddenly the whole article appeared. I guess that my colleague copy-pasted the content from somewhere else, or he's a really, really fast writer, because you can see that it's just like 13 minutes. But I guess anything's possible if you believe in yourself. Then I made some changes. Then also my other colleague Matush, our graphic designer, did something. And then later I published the article. So these are like the individual steps. That's everything that's happened with the article. And that's the first thing I wanted to mention. You can see if you've already reviewed a piece of content, this is super useful, for example, when you're writing a case study and you need approval from your customers, and that can take weeks easily or even months. And in the meantime, if you're like me, you're going to forget whether or not you have seen this article. And this way, you can just easily check whether or not you have already reviewed it. And we can also see all the other people that have worked on this. So that's me, Michael, and Matush. So that's the other useful thing or fact about versions. You can find out who else has contributed to this piece of content. And now